Well, hello and thank you for joining me for another IT Wire video with top Australian IT executives. Today I have with me John Patterson. He's the Regional Product Manager for Music at UE and Logitech. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Alex. It's great to be here.
So probably the best thing to start off with is to ask you to tell us a little bit about Logitech's history. You've been around for over 30 years now, I think. And of course, the beginnings of UE, Ultimate Ears.
Well, you're absolutely right. Logitech's been around since about 1981 and very much, I guess, built on the back of the PC peripheral world.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ultimate Ears is a very separate brand, and it's a brand that Logitech acquired around 2008. And I don't know if you know the background of Ultimate Ears, but it was started by Van Halen's drummer back in the mid-90s and really built a business making custom in-ears for touring musicians.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I guess Logitech really leveraged that know-how to make the best possible consumer speakers that we can.
And how's the UE range been going? Recently you launched also the Roll model, which looks like a disc.
Absolutely, the UE Roll, it's done fantastically so far. I mean, it only launched about 2 months ago. And it really comes on the back of the UE Boom, which I'm hoping a lot of your readers and viewers will be familiar with.
In fact, we can see it in the corner there what it sort of looks like, because there's the UE Boom too, but we'll get to that in a sec.
Absolutely. So the UE Boom has done phenomenal things since we launched it mid-2013.
Mm-hmm.
And most people in this country, in Australia, and many parts of the world are very familiar with the UE Boom. And on the back of that, the UE Roll was something a little bit different for us, but we're very pleased with the results so far. And we, going into Christmas and into summer, we have big plans.
Sure, of course. After the Boom, it's like the Boom was like Mario, and he ate a mushroom, became the Mega Boom, and that came out in February this year, and it's sort of like the Boom on steroids.
That's correct. I mean, our strategy really is we're not going to come to the market with a lot of products. We want to come to the market with the best products at that price. Mm-hmm. And we're very happy with the Boom and how the Mega Boom's performed and now the Roll. So those three products have done very well for us. And
forgive me for saying it, but it sounds like UE's on a roll. So today you're launching the Boom 2.
Yes.
And so please tell us about it and show it to us.
Sure, no problem at all. So as I was just saying, UE Boom's done very, very well, and it's been just a little over 2 years since we launched the original Boom.
Sure, just hold it up there for a second. This is the new Boom.
Yes, the UE Boom 2. So we took the original product and we figured out, what do people love about it, what makes it great, and how can we improve upon those features. So are you happy for me to do a bit of a demonstration now?
Please.
So there's quite a few things that make the Boom 2 we think better than the original Boom. Start off with the fact that it's got double the range. So the original Boom had 15 meters Bluetooth range. This has got 30 meters.
Yep.
The waterproofness of it has gone up, if that's a word. The original Boom was IPX4, which means you could wash it and splash it, but you couldn't submerge it. The Boom 2 will be IPX7, so completely submergible.
And that matches the Mega Boom's capability.
Absolutely, that's a really good point.
And in fact, I remember seeing you had the Mega Boom inside of a fish tank, and as soon as you turned the volume up, you could actually see the water splashing because of the bass.
Absolutely. So, we're trying to keep those features uniform across the range. So the Roll, the Mega Boom, and now the Boom 2, all IPX7 completely waterproof. So we have the range, the waterproofness, the sound, which I'll demonstrate for you in a second. It's 25% louder and significantly more bassy than the original Boom. And we've also incorporated something called gesture control. So I'll turn it on now and we'll have a little play.
Sure.
I'll show you some of this stuff. So that was the sound of it pairing. I'll go with The Weeknd here.
And so you're bringing up the just the music player?
Yeah. So I previously connected, so we're connected here. So I guess it's really hard to gauge the sound volume on video, so it won't impress you if I turn it up really loud, but let me turn it up a little bit and we'll see what we can get. So that's 50%.
So I can go twice as loud still.
And so bassier, 25% more loud, and what we're calling gesture controls. So the situation here is, imagine you're in your swimming pool perhaps, and you have your phone somewhere safe and dry, and you want to change the music. You either want to pause it or skip to the next track. You can now tap the top of the Boom 2 to pause or skip to the next track. So one tap will pause it.
Excellent.
Tap again to make it play.
Yep.
And then double tap to skip to the next track.
And does it do like the headphones, a triple tap to go back?
No, we thought about that, but we didn't want to complicate things. We just thought, so I'll turn it down. So
I mean, in theory, that's something you could add via the app if there was demand for it, or if you wanted
absolutely.
to.
I mean, that's a good point. You know, something I was going to talk about in a second.
I mean, how important has the app been?
Yeah, the app's been, we feel, a really strong part of the success of the Boom. You know, it lets us in many ways what we call it future-proof the product, right? So we haven't had to update the Boom in a couple of years because we've added new functionalities through the app.
And that includes things like the alarm clock.
That's right. That's probably the alarm clock and the customizable EQ are probably the two biggest things.
And then also the ability to pair the booms with other booms.
Yeah, so that's
stereo or double.
Double, exactly. Now that feature was around pretty much since the beginning when we launched the Boom, but absolutely you do that through the app. And you know, there's lots of exciting things coming up that we'll keep adding to the app to make the products, you know, as appealing as we possibly can. Something that was actually launched at announced at CES this year. Before too long, we'll be able to connect as many UE products as you have. So between the Boom, the Mega Boom, and the Roll, you'll be able to pair as many together as you have in any one room, and that feature will be around within the next few months.
Sure. And is this a new color palette, or?
Yeah, absolutely. So there are 6 basic colors of the original Boom, and there's going to be 6 colors, completely new colors of the Boom 2. And they'll all be available in stores, as of the 17th of September is when they should hit shelves in Australia.
Sure. So will the current Boom continue on sale, or will that now be sort of sold out and replaced with the Boom 2?
Yeah, that will be sold out. Yeah, we definitely, you know, there's no reason why somebody shouldn't experience, you know, the best of the features of the Boom 2.
And is the price the same?
No, it will be going up. I guess unfortunately, the
dollar has dropped.
Well, I was going to say the foreign exchange hasn't been kind to us, and I mean, look, on a US Australian American dollar conversion, we'll actually be a little bit cheaper than America. Right. So we strive hard to keep it as low as we can, but we couldn't stay at the same price.
Sure. And so
exchange,
what
$249. $249.
Yeah, great. And so and I don't know if I already asked this question, but this Boom, the new Boom, can easily pair with. I mean, you know, as you were saying, it'll pair with all the other Booms, no problems at all.
That's right. So at the moment, yes, the 3 products. You can pair 2 products together, and that'll be the same case for the Boom 2 currently until we do the X Up in the future.
Yeah, and now is this a precursor to a Mega Boom 2, or?
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, the Mega Boom really only hit shelves February this year.
So it's still a current product.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely think so. So yeah, there's no plans at the moment to improve on the Mega Boom. It's done.
It's mega booming.
It's a pretty good product. It is. Yeah.
And so, how's music consumption habits affected product development?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's changed massively. I mean, I came on board a few years ago when the iPhone and iPod docks were kind of just beginning to phase out, and you know, I came on board, and the UE story is very much about the wireless speaker, and that was a big adjustment for a lot of people internally, you know, to produce speakers without docks, and as we've seen, you know, it's proved very successful. Now, I mean, for me, and I think, you know, what we feel here at UE is that the growth of music streaming services has really fueled the popularity of wireless speakers. You know,
also the quality of Bluetooth has improved out of sight. The streaming, the audio quality.
Well, yes, absolutely, that too. But you know, that thing about music streaming and everybody having their music library on their devices as they travel around, and now being able to realize that they can share their music socially wherever they go. That whole story of it becoming, you know, reality in our world, people, you know, there's a real organic driven demand for these mobile speakers. Yeah,
sure. And you know, I remember 10 years ago, all the speakers were all about 3.5 millimeter connections. There was no wireless. I mean, you had docks and you had all sorts of unusual speaker configurations. But now it's all about Bluetooth, and it's now standard in 2015. But how do you think the industry might evolve over the next 5 or 10 years, without necessarily giving away any secrets to your competitors?
Yeah, well, the truth is, you know, we're still to announce our ongoing strategy. But right now, we want to produce the best possible mobile speaker we can and make it what we call life-proof, right? Being able to take it anywhere, into any kind of conditions, for it being able to survive and last through, you know, the waterproofness, shockproofness.
Kid-proof, pet-proof, waterproof.
Absolutely. And the best sound quality that you can get on the move, that's our goal, and for the time being, that's our only goal. Yeah.
Sure. Now, as we get towards the end of the interview, I always like to change gears a little bit and just ask if you could please share some of the best advice you've received to help you get you where you are today.
Me personally?
Yeah.
All right. Two things spring to mind. They're kind of simple things, but they're good for you to keep in mind. One is never lie. Honesty is incredibly important. Once you lie, trust is gone. It's very hard to get it back. So I guess in any sphere of your life, but particularly the corporate environment, even if the news is bad, tell it how it is.
Yep.
And the other thing to keep in mind is there's really no shortcuts. You know, you got to do your time, you got to learn your trade and your industry wherever you are. And and seldom have I seen people progress without putting in the hard work. So that'd be what I've got to say.
Yeah, overnight success usually takes many years.
Absolutely.
So any final messages for ITWire viewers and readers and for your current and future UE customers?
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you for embracing the UE brand so well as we have in this country. Keep living and loving your music, and I hope you keep choosing UE to share it with your friends. And thanks. I think is what I'd have to say.
All right, John. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Alex.